Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit today, located in the heart of Singapore. The circuit consists of 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's a track that's incredibly technical, so don't expect to see the drivers taking too much of it at full throttle. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Albon, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Théo Pourchaire, Bird, Ocon, Tsunoda, Nissany, Iwasa, Bottas, Joe, Sargent, Magnussen, Stroll, De Vries and Liam Lawson. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson, a lot of talented drivers out on the track today, but what will stand out for you?
My focus is 100% on the front of the grid. Like you said, we're seeing a lot of strong competition across those positions, so it would be super interesting to see the fight for that front spot. Personally speaking, I'm hoping for plenty of overtakes.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. So as all the cars reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Gap to the car ahead is 1.9 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.1 seconds. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFT if you want to go and check it out. Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay. Okay, and that's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive and let's have you straight into the pit lane, please.
It's never easy to make it across the finish line here in Singapore, but they've done so with some style here today to take a remarkable victory. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
There's a few contenders, but George Russell definitely stood out, I think. A really solid drive from him today, and one I'm sure the fans enjoyed.
Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes